everyone. My name is Nicola Zamora, and I am the Vice President of Customer Success Management here at MasterControl. Welcome to our Masters Conference Hackathon Reveal Show. Now, the hackathon is one of our absolute favorite things that we do here at MasterControl because not only does it allow us to work with you, our customers, to improve our solutions, but it gives us a glimpse into the things that we can do that will help you to work more efficiently and more effectively in your day-to-day. And to be honest, that's our number one priority here at MasterControl as we improve our solutions for you. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Matt Lowe to the stage to introduce our new features. Hi, Matt.
Hello, Nicola.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Good. You know, I can't complain. Yeah. Life is good. So, you know, you and your hackers team have been working day and night and day to get our hackathon features in place. So can you tell us a little bit about the things that you've been working on?
Certainly. Well, everyone voted on the features
that
we were working on, but yeah, the hackathon process is really kind of fun for us. It's very energizing for our development team to be able to work on features that customers voted on live, really interact with customers, be able to get their views and thoughts on some of those things. So it's really pretty exciting for us, but yeah, it was a little different this time.
It was a little bit different this year. I mean, we love a little crowdsourcing and coding, but tell us how we here at MasterControl adjusted for this weird virtual world that we live in right now. What did we do?
Yeah, so because we didn't have customers there face-to-face with us, we were really anxious to get some folks involved in reviewing the features as we coded them. So if everyone remembers right, in the middle of the voting process, I kind of threw out the invitation to have people please reach out if they were interested in participating in that process.
Okay, and so people reached out?
We were lucky.
Okay.
We did get one that reached out to us actually in the Quality Cafe during our break there.
Great.
We were very grateful to have Maria Bengzon from Bone Support volunteer to help us in our hackathon process.
And we have Maria with us today, right?
Yes.
Okay, so with that, we're going to bring Maria on and we're going to have a little chat with her before we release our features.
Excellent.
Great.
There's Maria now.
Hi, Maria.
Hi.
Maria, it's so good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is you do at Bone Support?
I'm MasterControl System Administrator, so I support the users, I configure the bolts and life cycles and infocard types. I had lots of fun modifying forms we got from a supplier and building my own with the eForm builder. Really fun. I enjoy it so much, but it takes time. So we're looking forward to see what the FBS can do for us.
Excellent. Well, what was it like for you to interact with the hackers during this process?
It was short and sweet. It was a quick call because they knew what they wanted to present and ask about. And I had my ideas coming into the talk, and I had 5 more coming out because they had some good suggestions. So I'm really looking forward to see what this might be.
Excellent. Well,
turn us to come.
I can tell you that they thoroughly enjoyed being on the call with you and your participation, being able to ask you questions about the design of the feature and how they might go about it. So we really appreciate your participation there. Now, for those that don't remember, the winning feature in the hackathon was showing the completed percentage on training courses. So Maria, can you tell us a little bit about what that will do for you in your job at Bone Support?
I do look forward to seeing at a quick glance how the status of courses are. It's just a quicker overview based on course, not on job code, not on training, but on the course. It's useful because a course goes to many different job codes.
Yep. Yeah, it's harder to see from the job code view, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's impossible if it's in several. So
Yep. Yeah.
so
Excellent.
this will really help.
Well, good. Well, I hope you're pleased with what you see today. With that, I'm going to thank you, and I think we're going to jump right into the demo here. Thank you.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead. What you should all be seeing right now is our voting bracket from the Masters Conference Hackathon. If you remember right, I'll highlight it in pink here. The winning idea, again, was displaying that completion percentage on training courses. So with that, let's go ahead and jump directly over to the software here. I'm logged in here already, so we don't have to go through that process, but let's go ahead and jump into the training module and take a look at what this enhancement looks like. So if we go ahead and navigate to our list page in courses here, you're going to see immediately that there are a couple of new columns there. There's a percent complete column, which is displaying exactly what you think it would, at what percentage of the trainees on the course have actually completed that training course. But there's also a second column here. And this idea came out in our conversations with Maria. What this will show you is in the case that you have an info card where you're deferring release until a certain percentage of the training has been completed, this particular column is going to be very helpful for you. So what it's actually showing are the number of trainees that still have to complete that course before its linked info card or info cards will be released to your organization. So it really allows you to kind of pinpoint the folks that maybe you need to prod a little bit to complete their training course. So let's go ahead. I'm going to search for a course here real quick. We'll search on procedure. My team created this handy dandy little hack course for me here. You can see percent complete here is at 20%. And we have 3 individuals that still need to complete this training before the procedure will be released. So let's go ahead and jump into the course here. You can see here that the percent complete is also displayed directly on the course here. I'm going to go ahead and edit this. And we're going to add a trainee to the training course here. We'll go down here. We'll just grab somebody. Dallas. Everybody likes Dallas that's met him. We'll go ahead and throw him on the training. We'll go ahead and save this. And by adding Dallas, you can see that my percent complete has automatically updated there. It's gone down because now I have more trainees. Now I can also jump back to the list page here, and you'll see that I have additional trainees that need to complete the training course before that will actually go out, the info card will go out to the organization. So that's kind of our feature as we've developed it. Like I say, I hope Maria is pleased with what she's seen here today. For those of you that have not joined us for a hackathon before, what you may not know is that these are so energizing and so exciting for our development team, our hackers, that a lot of times they go above and beyond, and they do more features than just the winning feature. I'm happy to report that that is the case again. So let's go back to our voting bracket here. So you can see our winning one highlighted there. Our team was actually also able to complete the runner-up, which is in the job code screen, expanding the width of the assigned user roles box. So we'll take a look at that one here in a minute. They were also able to increase the character length limit on the job code name. So for folks that are matching their job codes to maybe roles that have really long names, for example, this is a great enhancement for them. They were also able to do this one around notification. So when logged in users, if there's going to be an emergency maintenance window or the system has to be shut down for some reason, they will get a notification right in the application that tells them that is about to happen. Now, of course, this is only available to our cloud customers because we're in control of the application and the infrastructure in that case. The last one that they completed was in our VXT tool. So because we're in the cloud with VXT and we're able to collect all of the risk scoring data that goes into VXT, we are actually able to report back to you the average aggregate risk score for each line in your VXT. So you can see what your peers think about a particular feature in a module from a risk perspective. It could be very helpful to you, particularly if you're new to the process or have not dealt with software validation before. So we'll take a look at that one last here. So let's go ahead and first take a look at this notification. So this is an example of what the notification will look like to users that are logged in when a maintenance issue is about to occur. So you can see, tells them date, time, what's happening, approximately how long it's going to happen for. It gives them an opportunity to save their work and make sure that they don't lose stuff because the system needs to go down in the middle of their work session. This already occurs for our scheduled maintenance windows. So your users are seeing these now, or maybe not, because the maintenance windows tend to be on the weekends, not during work hours. So they may not have seen one of these yet. But this will be for the emergency maintenance. Again, at MasterControl, we hope that you see very, very few of these. We do our very best to make sure that your users are not impacted during their normal work hours. So nice little enhancement here that will go into the product with our next release. So let's go ahead and jump back to the software here. And let's go into job codes. If I come over into my job code list page here, we'll just grab one of these. We'll go with the clinical CRA here. I'm going to jump right into edit mode so you can see the changes here. The developers increased this by about 60%. So if I go into here, my user selection, role selection, I can grab these, I can grab really long role names, add those in there, and I get to see a lot more of that than I did before. The second part of this was increasing the character length limit on that job code name. So even with this relatively short job code name here, we're not far from where the limit used to be. I want to say it was around 32 characters. Now, you can see I'm able to add a whole bunch more. This is also the case down here in the job code description. So hopefully, again, for those that maybe have a little longer job code names, this will be a useful enhancement for you. So fantastic things happening here in the application. The one that I'd like to finish up with is over here on VXT. And for those of you that haven't seen VXT before, maybe aren't on the cloud yet, this is what it looks like. For those of you that have seen it, you're probably very familiar with this. You probably don't have this handy-dandy little box up here. My developers were nice enough to build me an easy button so that I didn't have to go through and fill out each of these lines one by one. Here in the middle of VXT is this MC guidance risk. And in the past, basically what we were doing is looking at what was input for the variance from best practice, what was input for regulatory sensitivity. We were adding those together and displaying them in the guidance risk. Well, with the wonders of the cloud and big data, let's go ahead and hit my easy button here. And this, you can see, populates the matrix for me. Now, this risk score is very different than what it was before. Under the old paradigm, you would have taken 3 plus 1 and you would have ended up with a 4 here. Well, because, again, we have all that data, what we're displaying back here is the average score of your peer group in your industry. And this does get down to industry specificity. So if you're a pharma company, this is displaying what the average risk score for MasterControl pharma clients was. If you're med device, it's med device. It's not mixing those. This is pretty revolutionary. I know of no one else that is doing something like this with software validation. So whoever it was, man, great idea on this one. We love this. We think it'll be very helpful for our customers in their validation process, particularly for those who may not be really familiar yet with software validation. So that kind of brings us to the end of our demonstration today. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed the features that we were able to complete. And with that, I think we're going to bring Nicola back onto the stage.
Matt, thank you so much to you and your team for that really incredible work. Such cool features just in this little hackathon alone. That is just amazing. Yeah, thank you.
It's crazy how much they can get done, isn't it?
I know, on caffeine and Monster energy drinks. I mean, you know, that's how they roll. Now, a lot of people don't actually know that we do multiple hackathons a year. We actually do 3 of them.
We do, yeah.
And so if you are interested in participating in our next hackathon, you have that opportunity to do that at our Masters Summit, which is happening in October of this year. And we have again gone to a virtual conference. So hopefully what that means is a lot more of you from around the world can join us for that to participate in our next hackathon.
Yeah. Now, we shouldn't have people wait for the hackathon either, should we?
That is true, and we do have a cool little tool to do that. Do you want to tell people a bit about User Voice?
Yep. Yeah, please don't wait until the hackathon to submit good ideas. User Voice is there. It's running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're constantly looking at the User Voice list for good ideas, stuff that's getting a lot of votes. So please submit your ideas there. There will be a special forum in User Voice for the Masters Summit, just like there was for conference, but folks shouldn't wait for that.
Absolutely, and you can actually access User Voice directly through the customer website. So please send us your ideas. They absolutely inform what we do with the product day to day and how we improve it. We do take those suggestions and your feedback into account in everything that we do. Now, as we said, we will be virtual for our Master Summit in October, but we are absolutely planning to be back with you in person live in Milan in 2021 for our Masters Conference. So please keep an eye on your inboxes because we're going to be sending out information to you about both those events really soon, and we absolutely look forward to seeing you there.
I don't know about you, Nicola, but the virtual thing is okay, but I cannot wait to see customers face to face again.
I completely agree, absolutely. And with that, we want to say thank you again to each of you for joining us for our reveal, and we will see you in Milan next year.
Arrivederci.
Bye.